How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Children, in today's e-learning session, we will learn social science subject in which I'll explain you chapter number 3, Nationalism in India. Now children, what is called nationalism? So, nationalism means it is a feeling of oneness and common consciousness that is seen in the people who live in a common area, territory, and share common language, history, culture, and values and consider themselves as one nation. So, nationalism means a feeling of pride and belongingness towards one's nation. It is also a willingness to sacrifice everything one has for the nation if the need arises. Children, the factors responsible for the rise of nationalism in India developed notably after the revolt of 1857 CE. The modern concept of nationalism originated in Europe. Various factors such as Renaissance, Reformation, the American and the French Revolution, unification of Italy and Germany, etc., played an important role in propagation of nationalism in Europe. The British rule in India helped Indians to gather the knowledge of the things happenings around the world and change their political, social, religious and economic views. Various factors fostering the modern nationalism arose in India. The educated and the intellectuals felt the need of self rule in our country, and this thought gradually spread far and wide in the nation. It was followed by the feelings of thought gradually spread far and wide in the nation. It was followed by the feeling of national unity. We will study various factors that led to the rise of nationalism in India. Children, now we'll discuss the factors promoting growth of nationalism. First was economic exploitation. Indians realized that British are more interested in their own interests instead of welfare of Indians. Unhappiness was seen in different sections of society like peasants, artisans and craftsmen. A big share was taken from their produce in the form of land revenue and taxes. British were against Indian trade and industry. Indian handicrafts industry was destroyed by British. Raw material was taken from India and finished goods were sold in India. Working class due to industry, a working class was seen in the society. Factory owners exploited this class. For educated Indians, jobs were only available at government service where competition was high and had no chances of promotion. British policies kept Indians economically backward. That's why educated Indians also were very unhappy with British. Socio-religious reform movements. These movements contributed to nationalism in following ways. Proved Indian culture and civilization is superior. Fought against untouchability and caste system. Importance of women increased. Protested against British rule in India and equality for all was promoted. Role of press. Large number of newspapers were started like the Times of India, the Hindu, the Bengali, etc. Through the press, message of nationalism and ideas like democracy, liberty, freedom, equality, etc. were spread across the nation. Press exposed the true nature British rule in India and criticized repressive colonial policies. Press made Indians aware of what is happening around the world. Indian National Conference. Surendranath Banerjee arranged the All India National Conference in Kolkata. It was a provincial organization. It offered a model of Indian National Congress INC which was formed after 2 years. Second session of Indian National Conference was held in 1885 at Kolkata at the same time of Indian National Congress held its session in Mumbai. Both had same purpose, welfare of Indians. Finally, National Conference merged in the Indian National Congress in December 1886. All leaders were working towards formation of an all India political body, AOU. AOU was a retired British member of ISC, offered help, wanted to set up an organization which would tell the government its drawbacks and suggest solution to it. In 1884, foundation was laid. Pune meeting December 25, 1885 was cancelled due to plague. So, meeting was held at Mumbai December 28th to 31st in 1885. Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee was the president. 72 delegates attended it. Dadabhai Nauroji suggested to change the name of the union to INC means Indian National Congress on December 28, 1885. Aims of Indian National Congress: promote friendly relations between all leaders from different parts of the country, develop feeling of national unity irrespective of caste or religion, to put together popular demands and present them before the government, to train and organize public opinion in the country. Sessions of the Indian National Congress. First session was held at Mumbai in 1885. The president was Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee and second session was organized in 1886 at Kolkata, and at that time Dadabhai Nauroji was the president of that session. Partition of Bengal. British said that the province of Bengal is too big geographically and population wise to be properly administered by a single provisional government. Therefore, for better administration, they proposed the partition of Bengal. Revivalism. Assertive nationalists revived self respect by referring to India's past glory. These leaders planned the national movement on people's religious beliefs. Tilak revived Shivaji festival in 1895. Chandragupta Vikramaditya, Rana Pratap, and Shivaji were presented as national heroes to inspire the masses to fight for their country. National education. Many national educational institutions were started during this period. They were taught secular education, moral education, political education, and vocational industrial education. A large number of national colleges were started to include students in the national movement. These colleges included DAV College, Bengal National College, etc. Swadeshi. Swadeshi means of one's own country, to produce and use things made in India. It promoted indigenous industries to strengthen the nation. It increased the feelings of self respect, self reliance, and self support. Boycott. Boycott means to give up foreign goods, services, and titles. A fourfold program of boycott included boycott of English clothes, salt, sugar, etc., rejection of speaking in English, rejection of government posts and seats, social boycott of people who purchased foreign goods. Passive revivalism. Assertive nationalists revived self respect by referring to India's past glory. These leaders planned the national movement on people's religious beliefs. Tilak revived Shivaji festival in 1895. Chandragupta Vikramaditya, Rana Pratap, and Shivaji were presented as national heroes to inspire the masses to fight for their country. National education. Many national educational institutions were started during this period. They were taught secular education, moral education, political education, and vocational industrial education. A large number of national colleges were started to included students in the national movement. These colleges included DAV College, Bengal National College, etc. Swadeshi. Swadeshi means of one's own country, to produce and use things made in India. It promoted indigenous industries to strengthen the nation. It increased the feelings of self respect, self reliance, and self support. Boycott. Boycott means to give up foreign goods, services, and titles. A fourfold program of boycott included boycott of English clothes, salt, sugar, etc., rejection of speaking in English, rejection of government posts and seats, social boycott of people who purchased foreign goods. Passive resistance. Assertive believed in non-violent resistance, means passive resistance and vigorous political action to achieve their aims. They asked Indians to refuse to cooperate with the government and boycott government service, courts, schools, and colleges. India's trio Lal, Bal, and Pal means Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bipin Chandra Pal. Educationists and forceful writer Lala Lajpat Rai, known as Shere Punjab and Punjab Kesari. He wrote a magazine, Young India. He wrote books like A Call to Young India, England's Debt to India, and Political Future of India. He also wrote a book on national education. He started Punjabi Vande Mataram, Urdu Daily, and People Weekly. A social reformer. He started many schools, colleges, and orphanages. He worked for Arya Samaj and DAV College, Lahore. He started People's Society for Welfare of Weaker Section. Political work outside India. He went abroad to get more support. He joined Ghadar Party in USA. Simon Commission. In a procession against Simon Commission, he was injured in lathi charge and a month later he died on November 17, 1928. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, father of assertive nationalism, father of Indian unrest. Demand for Swaraj. He was the first one to openly demand Swaraj. He said, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. He changed the method of petitions to demand for political rights. He organized lathi clubs and akharas to give physical training and to increase feeling of self-defense and patriotism. Preached nationalism. He started Ganpati and Shivaji festivals to propagate nationalist ideas. He started newspapers like Kesari in Marathi and Paratha in English. He wrote books like Gita Rahasya and Artik Home of the Vedas. Established Home Rule League. He established Home Rule League at Pune in April 1916 and Annie Besant established it in Madras in September 1916. Bipin Chandra Pal. Bipin Chandra Pal, father of revolutionary thought in India, wrote as a journalist. He worked as a journalist for Bengal Public Opinion, The Tribune, and New India. National education. He wanted national education to be the basis of freedom movement, social and economic reforms. He took the following efforts to remove the social evils from the society. He opposed caste system. He advocated widow remarriage. He supported women's education. He stressed to develop indigenous industries. He proposed to tax rich more than the poor. He demanded for 48 hours of work in a week and increased wages. Now, children will learn about Sri Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose was born on 23rd January 1897 in Cuttack, Odisha. His mother's name was Prabhavati and father's name was Janakinath Bose. He was very intelligent since his childhood. He stood fourth in the ICS exam in the year 1920 conducted in London. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre had disturbed him greatly. He went to Gandhiji and offered himself to work for the Indian National Congress. Gandhiji sent him to Calcutta to work under Deshbandhu Chitranjan Das. He was mainly involved in activities around Calcutta. Formation of Azad Hind Fauj. He started a mass movement against utilizing Indian resources and men for the Great War. He was put under house arrest in Calcutta. In January 1941, Subhash Chandra Bose disappeared from his home. He reached Germany via Afghanistan, working on the maxim that an enemy's enemy is a friend. Germany, where he instituted the Special Bureau for India, he founded the Free India Center in Berlin. The lack of interest shown by Hitler in the cause of Indian independence eventually caused Bose to become disillusioned with Hitler and he decided to leave Germany in 1943. He traveled by the German submarine U-180 around the Cape of Good Hope to Imperial Japan. This was the only civilian transfer across two submarines of two different navies in World War II. In 1943, Bose left for Southeast Asia and raised the army. The group was later named by Bose as the Indian National Army INA. 99, Bose became commander of the INA and head of the Free India Provisional Government. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was the best leader because Netaji had taken a vow that he will not enter the subjugated India. He had a clear goal decided. He worked for nation's interest and not his own interest. He collected all the powers which guided him to the freedom and did not leave the job half done. he formed his own